Sandra Lynn Palmer.
Oh, and this is Rochelle.
And we're the mud women. Boy, have we experienced mud in the last couple of months. Yeah.
We're literally making art with mud, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Staining, collaborating with the river.
Falling in the mud, getting stuck in the mud. So we just had lunch and we were like, oh, let's do some art. And we just chatted and then had lunch, and we came down and the Richard pontoon had floated away in the flood, so he's a bit sad about that. But I got excited about the pontoon poles and wrapped some paper to them because I really like the tide lines. And that's when we started doing things in the mud. Yeah. We were just going to sit down here and draw and whatever, but it was just an experiment. And then after the first time we realised it worked, and then we had so much fun that we thought we'd do it on a semi-regular basis. These are photos of, we took some photos just from around here and then transferred them onto onto really good paper. And we did bury them all originally in the mud, and it's kind of a new technique, so I haven't worked out how to refine it yet. So it's one of those things that keeps going in and getting more mud and drawing into it and doing a bit and just seeing what happens. They're not quite ready yet, they're not quite working. But I think the most successful work for me have been on the pontoon poles and catching those tide lines. Yeah, I'm really into the patterns. I like that push and pull and finding nice bits and pushing some bits back and bringing some bits forward and working back into them with shellac. I like that high contrast sort of with the patterns. So once I find bits that I like, I then try and get the patterns out of it as well. Yeah, but we've only been doing this for about 2 months. So it's kind of experimental. We're just having a play, but at the same time, they're kind of raw as well. We haven't overworked them too much, and we're challenging ourselves by doing it. So yeah, the ones that are in the gallery and just here, they're just little explorations. They're our our collaborations with nature and collaborations with each other as well. Yeah. I think we've fed off a lot from each other, but at the same time our works are still very different, so it's been interesting. Don't say that. Yeah. You'll fall in now.
Have a go at it's pretty random, so just got it out and got a bit of a colour. And just have a go with staining it a little bit. It's actually worked quite nicely a few times. It's got the lapping of the river, and also acts as a bit of a resist. And some of those stains act as a bit of a resist. So it's yeah, no, it does give a lovely effect. And some of that will become a lot paler. And wash off. And then I've been using on some of the works, this is sort of like a art graft. You can really sort of just softens the pencil mark. And it's a bit like, it's almost sort of like, yeah, collaborating with the river, but also a little bit of mapping what it sort of does, rather than sort of going and having a preconceived idea. I'm treating it more like a surface, and then I'll go and look at it for a while and see what I can do with it. Because yeah, I just want to show people you know, the sort of deep connection that we have as humans with nature that sometimes we don't recognise. You know, we are nature, we're participants in nature, And just coming out like this and just embracing nature and working with it, actually really good for your mental health and well-being too, you know. So I suppose I want to, in these works, I've sort of been trying to celebrate that a little bit. Like, you know, I want to make a sanctuary tree project, which is about the trees on the riverbank. And this staining, and what I'm trying to say about the sanctuary trees is they are part of the riverbank. They are the river. They're the habitat, but they're also part of it. And I think what I've discovered here with Cass and our plays with the river and collaborating with the river is that the river is showing here it's collaborating, you know, and being a part of the work.